Subject English, Standard 9. The Necklace. A short story written by Guy de Maupassant. Hello students, welcome to this online session of learning. You are watching Subject English for Standard 9 with Mathilde. Today we are going to learn the next part of the lesson, the necklace. In previous part, we got introduced to the main character of this short story, Mathilde. And now we are going to know more about her in this lesson. If you have not watched the last part, do watch it because it will be helpful for you to understand this part better. So, in this lesson, we are going to learn more about Mathilde, the main character of the short story. As you know that she is an unhappy girl and she always compares herself with her rich and wealthy friends and often cries in distress. What happens next in her life that we are going to see in this part. New words, phrases. With an air of triumph. The feeling of happiness derived from victory. जिंकल्याच्या आविर्भावात. Delighted, extremely happy, खूप आनंद झालेला. Muttered, to speak angrily in a low voice, धुसफुसणे. Stammered, hesitated, that means to say something with difficulty while talking. अडखळत बोलणे. Stunned, shocked, थक्क होणे, अवाक होणे. Some French terms. M stands for Monsieur, that means Mr. Shriman. MME stands for Madame, that means Madam. Shrimati. Francs, French currency, French chalan. One evening, her husband came home with an air of triumph, holding a large envelope in his hand. Look, he said, here's something for you. She tore open the paper and drew out a card on which was the printed words. One day her husband came home very happily with a large envelope in his hand. He gave it to Mathilde. She opened it and there were some words written on the paper. एके दिवशी संध्याकाळी तिचा नवरा अत्यंत आनंदी मुद्रेने घरी आला. त्याच्या हातात एक मोठा लिफाफा होता. हे बघ, तो म्हणाला, तुझ्यासाठी मी काय आणलंय. तिने ते पाकिट फोडले आणि त्यातून एक पत्रिका बाहेर काढली. त्यावर छापले होते, The Minister of Education and Monsieur Georges Rampionu request the pleasure of Monsieur and Madame Loisel's company at the ministry on the evening of Monday, January 18th. That was an invitation card from the Ministry of Education. Mathilde and her husband were invited for the party on 18th January. त्या पत्रिकेत लॉयझल दाम्पत्याला म्हणजेच मॅथिल्ड आणि तिच्या पतीला शिक्षण मंत्रालयात 18 जानेवारी रोजी सायंकाळी उपस्थित राहण्यासाठी स्नेहपूर्वक आमंत्रण देण्यात आले होते. न्यू वर्ड्स. रेस्टलेस, that means nervous, अस्वस्थ. anxious, worried, चिंताग्रस्त. strange, unexpected, विचित्र, अनपेक्षित. stone, here it means jewel, मौल्यवान खडा. convinced, completely sure about something. खात्री पटणे. Instead of being delighted, as her husband had hoped, she threw the invitation on the table resentfully and muttered, "What do you want me to do with that? And what do you expect me to wear if I go?" He hadn't thought of that. He stammered, "Why, the dress you go to the theatre in. It seems very nice to me." He stopped, stunned, distressed, to see his wife crying. He stuttered, "What's the matter? Let's see, Mathilde. How much would a suitable dress cost?" Mathilde threw the invitation on the table angrily, because she thought that she did not have a suitable dress to wear on the occasion. Mr. Loisel was stunned and distressed to see his wife crying. He enquired the cost of a suitable dress. मॅथल्डने रागाने ती निमंत्रण पत्रिका टेबलवर फेकून दिली आणि ती धुसफुसली. "मी याचं काय करावं असं तुमचं म्हणणं आहे? आणि जर जायचं असेल तर मी कोणते कपडे घालावे अशी तुमची अपेक्षा आहे?" आपल्या पत्नीला रडताना बघून मिस्टर लॉयझल दुःखी झाले. तिच्या रडण्याचे कारण विचारत, एखाद्या योग्य अशा ड्रेसची साधारण किंमत काय असावी याबद्दल त्यांनी चौकशी केली. She thought for a moment, computing the cost and also wondering what amount she could ask for without an immediate refusal. At last she answered hesitantly, "I don't know exactly, but I think I could do it with 400 francs." He turned a little pale because he had been saving that exact amount to buy a gun for hunting summer in the country near Nanterre with a few friends. However, he said, "Very well, I can give you 400 francs, but try and get a really beautiful dress." When Mr. Loisel asked for the cost of a new dress, Mathilde thought for a moment, computing the cost, and she was confused what amount to tell so that it can be approved without any immediate refusal. Mathilde asked for 400 francs to buy a new dress. Mr. Loisel was disheartened to listen to the amount because he had been saving that exact amount to buy a gun for hunting. Still cheerily, he said that he could give her 400 francs to buy a beautiful dress. मिस्टर लॉयझलने नव्या ड्रेसच्या किमतीबाबत विचारले असता मॅथिल्डने क्षणभर विचार केला, किमतीचा हिशोब केला आणि त्वरित नकार येऊ नये म्हणून नक्की किती किंमत सांगावी याचा ती विचार करू लागली. शेवटी ती घुटमळत म्हणाली, "मला नक्की माहीत नाही, पण बहुतेक 400 फ्रँक्समध्ये मी जमवून घेईन." हे ऐकून त्यांचा चेहरा थोडासा उतरला, कारण बरोबर तेवढीच रक्कम मित्रांसोबत नांतेरजवळच्या एका प्रदेशात उन्हाळ्यातील शिकारीसाठी बंदूक विकत घेण्यासाठी त्यांनी साठवून ठेवले होते. तरीही मोठ्या मनाने ते म्हणाले, "ठीक आहे, मी तुला 400 फ्रँक देतो, पण एखादा खरोखरच सुंदर असा ड्रेस विकत घे." The day of the party drew near, and Madame Loisel seemed sad, restless, anxious, though her dress was ready. One evening, her husband said to her, "What's the matter? You have been acting strange these last 3 days." She replied, "I am upset that I have no jewels, not a single stone to wear. I would rather not go to the party." Mathilde's dress was ready, but still she was unhappy because she had no jewels, not a single stone to wear. Therefore, she did not want to go to the party. मॅथिल्डचा नवा ड्रेस तयार होता, पण तरीही ती दुःखी होती, कारण पार्टीमध्ये घालण्यासाठी तिच्याकडे कोणत्याही प्रकारचे दागिने नव्हते. अगदी एक साधा मौल्यवान खडा देखील नव्हता आणि त्यामुळे तिला पार्टीला जावेसे वाटत नव्हते. "You could wear flowers," he said. "They are very fashionable at this time of year." She was not convinced. Mr. Loisel suggested her to wear flowers instead of jewel, but she was not convinced. मॅथिल्डने दागिन्यांऐवजी फुलं परिधान करावीत असं तिच्या पतीने सुचवलं, मात्र मॅथिल्ड तयार नव्हती. न्यू वर्ड्स ट्रेम्बल्ड, shook, थरथरला, हादरला. एक्स्टसी, रॅप्चर, परमानंद. रॅप्चरसली, इन्स्पायरिंग रॅप्चर्स, अत्यानंदाने. एलिगंट, अट्रॅक्टिव्ह, आकर्षक. ग्रेशियस, शोईंग द कम्फर्ट अँड इझी वे ऑफ लाईफ, सुख समृद्धी दर्शवणारा. वाईल्डली, इन अ वे दॅट इज नॉट कंट्रोल्ड, बेफामपणे. पॅनिक स्ट्रिकन, अफेक्टेड बाय फिअर, धसका घेऊन. डिस्ट्रॉट, वरीड, डिस्टर्ब्ड, गोंधळलेला, चिंताग्रस्त. The next day she went to her friend's house and told her of her distress. दुसऱ्या दिवशी मॅथिल्ड आपल्या मैत्रिणीच्या घरी गेली आणि तिच्यासमोर आपली व्यथा मांडली. Madame Forestier went to her mirror wardrobe, took out a large box, opened it and said to Madame Loisel, "Choose, my dear." Madame Forestierने आपल्या आरशाच्या कपाटामधून एक मोठी पेटी आणली. ती उघडली आणि मादाम लॉयझेलला म्हणाल्या, "यातून तुला जी हवं ते निवड." First, Mathilde saw some bracelets, then a pearl necklace. She tried on the jewelry in the mirror. She kept asking, "You have nothing else?" "Why, yes, but I don't know what you like." Mathilde tried on the jewelry in the mirror, but she was not satisfied. She demanded more options. मॅथिल्डने बरेच दागिने अंगावर परिधान करून पाहिले, परंतु ती समाधानी नव्हती. ती आणखी दागिन्यांची मागणी करत राहिली. Suddenly she discovered in a black satin box a superb diamond necklace, and her heart began to beat with uncontrolled desire. Her hands trembled as she took it. She fastened it around her neck and stood lost in ecstasy as she looked at herself. Then she asked anxiously, hesitating, "Would you lend me this? Just this?" "Why, yes, of course." She drew her arms around her friend's neck rapturously and fled with treasure. अचानक सॅटिनच्या एका काळ्या पेटीत तिला अत्यंत सुंदर असा एक रत्नहार दिसला. अनावर लालसेने तिचे हृदय धडधडू लागले. थरथरत्या हातांनी तिने तो हार हातात घेतला, गळ्यामध्ये घातला आणि स्वतःकडे हरखून बघतच राहिली. आणि संकोचात तिने विचारले, "फक्त एवढाच हा हार मला घालायला देशील?" "हो, का नाही, नक्की देईन," तिची मैत्रीण म्हणाली. तिने अत्यानंदाने आपल्या मैत्रिणीला मिठी मारली आणि आपला तो खजिना घेऊन ती झपाट्याने निघून गेली. The day of the party arrived. Madame Loisel was a success. She was prettier than all the other women, elegant, gracious, smiling, and full of joy. She danced wildly, with passion, forgetting everything in the triumph of her beauty and success, floating in a cloud of happiness. अखेर समारंभाचा दिवस उजाडला. मॅडम लायझलला मोठे यश मिळाले. ती इतरांच्या तुलनेत अत्यंत देखणी दिसत होती. तिच्या सौंदर्याच्या आणि विजयाच्या उत्कट हर्षोल्लासात बेभान होऊन ती मुक्तपणे नाचत होती. Mathilde and her husband left at about 4 o'clock in the morning. When they were finally in the street, they could not find a cab. They walked down towards the scene till they found one. They were dropped off at their door in the Rue de Martyrs, and sadly it was all over for her. माथिल्ड आणि तिचे पती पहाटे 4 वाजेला तेथून निघाले. ते रस्त्यावर येऊन पोहोचले तरी त्यांना टॅक्सी मिळेना. काही अंतर चालल्यानंतर अखेर एक टॅक्सी मिळाली व ते घरी येऊन पोहोचले. आणि आता मॅथिल्डसाठी सारे काही संपलेले होते. In front of the mirror, she took a final look at herself in all her glory. But suddenly she uttered a cry. She no longer had the necklace round her neck. "What is the matter?" asked her husband. She turned towards him, panic-stricken. I no longer have Madame Forestier's necklace." आरशासमोर उभं राहून स्वतःला न्याहाळण्यासाठी तिने एक शेवटचा कटाक्ष टाकला आणि ती एकदम किंचाळली. तिच्या गळ्यात तो रत्नहार नव्हता. काय झाले असे तिच्या पतीने विचारले असता त्याच्याकडे वळून ती अगदी भेदरून म्हणाली, "मॅडम फॉरेस्टियरचा तो रत्नहार माझ्याकडे आता नाहीये." He stood up, distraught. "What? How? That's impossible." मिस्टर लॉयझल सुन्न झाले. ते उठून उभे राहिले आणि म्हणाले, "काय? कसे? हे शक्य नाही." असाइनमेंट. राईट द स्टोरी ऑफ मॅथिल्ड थ्रू हर पॉइंट ऑफ व्ह्यू. ही गोष्ट मॅथिल्ड आपल्याला सांगत आहे अशा पद्धतीने लिहा. That was all for today. Mathilde enjoyed the party very much, but the necklace she had brought from her friend is no more with her. What happens in the life of Mathilde? Watch in the next video. Before that, if you like this video, hit the like button and do write your opinion in the comment box. Thanks for watching.